Hey guys, Igor and Yana here. I hope you guys are staying safe and doing well.
Staying home.
Yeah, enjoying your social isolation like we are. I don't think we've had so much free time in the last couple of years, so we're
Yes.
really kind of taking advantage of it and trying to catch up around the house and do as many things as we can.
Cleared up the backyard, did so many chores.
Yes, I'm studying my brokers, California brokers classes right now, so hoping to get that soon.
So yeah.
And Yana too, continuing her education. So we've been productive in the last couple of weeks. So just kind of wanted to touch base and talk about the real estate market and what we're seeing today and how it's affecting us.
Because a lot of you were asking questions. We got quite a few calls, so this is the best way we decided to share it with you.
Yeah, so real estate was not considered essential when when orders to stay home were given, right?
Yes.
We weren't considered essential. Like escrow officers, banks, appraisers, they were all considered essential, but real estate agents were not, which is kind of weird. But but now we are. As of a couple days ago, we're allowed to go show homes.
There's no open houses, but
Yeah, we can't do open houses, but we can do FaceTime videos, right? We can
virtual tours. We can do actual showings as well, but it needs to be in groups. So 2 people with a realtor. If a bigger family, we can still figure it out and do it.
Yes. So our business is still it has been affected, but we're still active. We still have a few contracts and we're not seeing any major price decreases just yet. I think I've seen some. I think those were high interest loans, like maybe investors that just bought those and they had to offload them. So we're seeing some price decreases on some listings.
Some reduction, but I think that's kind of a natural reaction to a pandemic and to a little bit of the panic as well.
Yeah. I think that has something to do with it. So interest rates are still super low compared
Historically
to
low.
Yes. If you look in the past 30 years, right? In the 80s, interest rates were at 15%, 16%. Now they gradually started decreasing. Now they're at 3.5, 4%, depending on your credit score. So still a good time to buy. You have less competition, right? Less competition.
Yes.
There's still demand, low inventory.
So if there's less people that look, that means your chances are higher, as you said earlier.
Yeah.
And it's a good time to buy and take advantage of those low rates.
Especially if you're one of those people that are thinking about, should I extend my lease? Should I find another place to rent? You might want to sit down and just do your calculations, do the math, and see if it makes sense to buy, right? Because it's good. The rent is probably not going to decrease. The rent is going to stay the same. Even in the last recession, we haven't seen rent prices drop.
Go down that much.
They may have temporarily reduced, but they went right back up, and they've increased over time, over 50% in the last couple of years. So that's all. We can kind of predict that trend is gonna continue to go up. Prices might correct. According to some of the economists that we follow, that we listen
Yes.
to, a lot of people tend to think that the prices are going to correct, they're going to go down. So far, like I said, we haven't seen that. Now, you might be thinking, is this a good time to sell? And I think it is. If it's a good time, like I said, there's low inventory. There's still demand. People are
They
still
still
moving,
want to buy,
right?
and there are people who are buying. They're more serious buyers, so there's no buyers that are just gonna. I'm just checking it out. Usually, if they're checking it out, they're serious.
Yes, and we have more expensive markets in California that people are moving out from, like LA,
San Francisco.
yeah, Bay Area. So all these people that possibly lost their job and it's really expensive, they're moving out to Sacramento. They need a place to live. It's lower cost of living here. So yeah, I think it is a good time. So we don't know. It's really hard to time when the market is gonna correct, and we don't know.
Nobody
how bad
has a crystal ball.
Yeah, we don't know when that's gonna happen, but we think it will. But we don't know when. We don't know how much. It's really hard to predict. As far as there are some questions. Some people were asking about if they lost their income due to pandemic, right?
Yes.
Due to coronavirus. I think some people were asking, like,
do they still stop paying? Like, do they just get free rent, or do they get just free mortgage? And actually, your rent is not free and your mortgage is not free. All you have is just prorated rate. So if you can call, if you're unable to make your full payments, you can actually call your bank and ask for a 3 months extension, and they're willing to do that. We have quite a few clients who already done that, and that helps. But it doesn't mean that those 3 months are forgiven. It just added to your loan in the end of it.
same thing as if you're renting. If you lost 50% of your income due to this pandemic, then you would have to send your landlord a documented like letter or text message saying that,
Providing
hey,
proof.
you know, and you have to provide some kind of documentation, obviously, to say, look, my paycheck decreased, and therefore I can't continue to make my monthly payment. So they're not supposed to evict you, but they'll
It's
probably
against
just
the law to evict, but they will still collect rent. They might wait for it, but give
prorate
you
it into the next couple months.
yes,
So,
but you still have to pay. So there's no free money.
unfortunately. So what else do we want to talk about?
I think that the best thing is, if you have any questions, just leave a comment below, reach out. We'll be glad to give you our opinion and give any answer to the best of our knowledge.
And if you're ready to sell your home, if you've been thinking, give us a call. I'll tell you what your home is worth at this market, and
Yes.
we'll go from there. As well as if you're looking to buy, shoot us a call. We'd be happy to help. You guys stay safe, take care of yourself.
Stay healthy as well, and God bless.
God bless.